Well, it says we are live, but I don't know if we're live until somebody says, "Hello, Mason. Welcome to lastminute.com." I think that's the best way to put it. Oh, hello, Kay. Thank you very much indeed. I'm presuming you're saying hello because I said hello and you can hear me, because this is what it's all about. It's live. Things happen. And yeah, it's weird trying to get everything to work. Don't forget, you can allow StreamYard to show me your name. All you have to do is go to streamyard.com/Facebook. Yeah. So I can see who you are. So please let me know. And can you hear me? Am I doing this right tonight? Or am I just talking to myself as always? Please let me know. Can you hear me? It's weird waiting. It says there's 6 people now. So just trying to find out if people can hear me, because it's weird, this new technology.
Can't see in the Facebook group.
Yeah, okay, we got our loud and clear. Thank you very much indeed. Just to... Are we on Facebook or are we just on YouTube tonight?
Should be both.
Because we should be on both, but we can't find it on the YouTube page. Sorry, we can't find it on the Facebook page. So where are you watching tonight? Are you on Facebook or are you on YouTube? Please hit me up and let me know. Monica's on YouTube, thank you. Teresa can't hear us. We'll turn your sound up then, simple as. Is anybody on Facebook? Because we're just looking at Facebook ourselves and we just can't seem to find it. Kay's on YouTube. Angela's on YouTube.
It's not showing on Facebook.
Can't find it on Facebook. Why would I? Please bear with us a moment, because we need to know where we're broadcasting, because we should be on.
Yeah, click it.
Hold on. Right, we could. Now there we go. It looks like we've had a little bit of a problem with our clicking tonight. We might have left clicked when we should have right clicked. So hopefully things have changed and we could possibly be coming through on Facebook now. So just, it is all live. It is all seat your pants going. We'll get into the questions very shortly, but we just need to make sure that we can see it everywhere. So bear with us while we just reload our version of Facebook and see if we can find it. Yep, we're there now as well. So yeah, sorry about that. We'll have to have a word with the IT department. When you click on the YouTube link, it takes you to YouTube. It does. But we just needed to make sure that it was available on the Facebook as well, which we now know it is. Right. So good evening, welcome along. So glad you could. Tina's on Facebook. You see, I was just telling Mrs. Saber now. Look, it says for Facebook, or the YouTube button for YouTube. So yeah, we're now on both, which is great. So how's things going with you? Hope everybody's okay. We're actually in a strange situation here in the UK at the moment. We've actually had nice weather for almost a full week, and looking at the forecast, it looks like we might have nice weather for at least another week as well. Very little rain. So Yvette's on Facebook now. Hello, Yvette. Tina's on Facebook. So yeah, it's actually nice out at the moment. It's pleasant. It's not overly warm. It's less than 20 degrees Celsius outside, but it's nice. Yeah, it's just pleasant. It's that springy feeling you get. So yeah. all the lambs are out. So yeah, it's coming out of the winter into the spring, and everyone's feeling great. So it's another chat just to go through and answer a few of the questions that you've asked me over the last month or so. Got a few here to go through, and we'll see how we go. If you want to comment and chat as we go through, please. Angela says tops off. Might be in Northern Ireland. Tops off, love.
Tops off.
Yeah. Tops off. Was it taps off? Taps off. Taps off. Hey? No. It's better when I couldn't read what it said. Oh, Tracy, go look at that. Tracy is expecting snow in Pennsylvania. That's America. That's a global warming in America for you. Ooh. Teresa has sound. Good. And Tina, wherever Tina is, said it's nice here in the past couple of days, which is always nice to hear. So good evening to everybody. Welcome along. Thank you very much indeed. So shall we get into this, because we've already wasted time setting this up and already wasted some time just general chit chat. So I'm just making sure that we're in the right place and we've got the right questions being asked and getting the right way. Facebook user, good morning to you, Facebook user. You can actually log at streamyard.com/Facebook and actually tell us who you are, Facebook user. That'd be nice. Do you know what I just found out? Richard O'Brien's 80 today. Yeah, just sort of share that with you. Riff Raff from the Rocky Horror Show. Oh, she's in Virginia. Tina's in Virginia. Good. Right, so let's go into question number one. We will post it up in the chat box for you, but I'll just go through it. Wendy, hi everyone. Hello, Wendy. So here we go. I'll just quickly go through it. Right, so yeah. Yvette said, okay, this is a long one. When you say that a character tells you something like Stephen letting you know he's not dead, spoilers? Are we just going for it? We're just giving them all this information. Right. Is it like you're writing, and is it a stream of consciousness, like when you write prompts, or is it different because you have things mapped out? Well, that's a great question. Tang, is it a great question or is it an awesome question? What do you reckon? Great or awesome? One of the two. Oh, we printed it out again. Right, okay. It takes a few minutes to get everybody on. It certainly does, Tina. Certainly does. Right, so as we say, Yvette's question, which we'll put back up there. It is a great stroke awesome question, but I don't know what the answer is, to be honest. What? Linda, hi everyone. So that's the answer. Linda, hi everyone. Are we digressing? Helena said hello. Hola. As I say, I don't really know what the answer is. I'm not even sure if I can explain it properly. It's weird, basically. I guess it's like writing a stream of consciousness. I just let the story go where it wants to go. As you say, like with Stephen, I was only writing his story to see how he died. Spoilers! I've got to start giving people spoilers. And he told me he wasn't dead. It's weird, you just write and write and write and write, and then something happens and you go, where the hell's that come from? It really is weird. It's like the muse gets hold of something and goes with it. It's subconscious writing, isn't it? Obviously, there's something in your mind, something in your brain ticking over at the time, and you just sit down and you start writing, and it just flows. And I think your brain is acting like one of those books where you write the story as you're reading, or you know what I mean? You read a certain thing and then it says go to page 5 if this happens, or go to page 7 if that happens. So it's like that, but it's in when he was glad he's not dead. Spoiler. It's me telling everyone he's dead, and she's gone and spoiled it already. No, yeah, as I say, it's like one of those books where if you think action A happens, go to page 5. If you think action B happens, go to page 7. So it's like that, but your mind's making the subconscious choice, so you don't know what it's going to be, and then you go with it. It is a weird process, and probably one of the hardest to describe. Teresa's getting some. Why is all the snow in America? Are they not? They've already gone to summertime with their daylight savings, and now they're all talking about snow. No, Wendy. No. I'm just talking rubbish.
You got Excel on here.
Yes. Hold on a minute. Applications. And then MS. Excel. There you go. So we're winging it. As I say, we are winging it going live. So that's probably the best way I can sum up that question. It's a great question, but it's hard to. When do you want snow? I'd take a little bit of snow in the sunshine. But the problem with the snow in the sunshine, it goes quite quick. But do you know what I mean? When there's snow on the ground and it's nice and chilled, but you've got a nice sunny day, that'd be great. So I'll move on to the next question. So, don't you point your finger at me? I'm having a finger pointed at me here. We're going to post the second question. Are we posting it on Facebook, or are we posting it on all of it? All right. Rachel's posting the questions for us. So, have you ever written yourself into a situation that your character doesn't have a way to get out of that situation? If you have, what did you do to solve it? Do you try to solve it, or do you start the situation over? That's good, that. Do you get to a point and think, nah, it's not working, or do you just kick? Or do you just start over again? Hold on, I'm trying to talk to you, and then people start posting things.
Answer in a minute.
Yeah, Linda's put a long question in there. We'll answer that in a minute. So, have you ever written yourself into a situation where you think, no, this is not working, type thing? So, to be honest, it has actually happened in alpha. I can't really explain it proper, but but most of you will know because you've read it already, to be honest. You know the chapter that, hold on, spoilers again.
No, go
on. So have you ever written yourself into a situation, you know that chapter that made you cry with Gemma?
Those that have read it.
Those that have read it. Those that haven't read it, there's a chapter that's going to make you cry, all right? So we're playing with your emotions, but we can't tell you any more than that. Anyway, the chapter where Gemma makes you cry. Well, I needed a way for her to be part of that and to be part of what happened. But then I realised she'll be arguing with Carl, so she won't be there. And to be honest, getting over that hump of how do we get Gemma to be where I need her to be, but she's already somewhere with somebody else. How can we get through that distortion in the time vortex type thing? Oh, somebody's at the door. It took me, honestly, a year to sort that out. So, yeah, you do get yourself in that, and it does take some sorting out. So, yeah. So I hope that answers that question. Right. Julie, can you see me now? No, can't see you at all, Julie. Can't see any questions you're posting. Yeah, you're there. Welcome along. Right, so what's Linda just asked? Oh, squeaky chair again. Hi, Mason. Hope you've been doing well. I'm still on vacation for a couple more days, and I'll be back. I have just a few minutes. So speaking of vacation, my question for you is, where would you like going for your next vacation? Well, being English, I don't go on vacation. I go on holidays. Where would you like to be going for your next vacation? Well, to be honest, it's been a while, but I'm missing the States. So I actually feel like I want to go back over to the States. Be it a couple of weeks in Florida to enjoy the sunshine, or I'm getting this urge to drive Route 66 in a recreational vehicle. I think we should do that. Just stopping every so often to write and what have you. But yeah, that's probably what we'd like to do. Yeah, into Europe, into Spain. We might be going to a couple of places in Europe later on this year, which I will tell you about nearer the time. Linda says, that's where I am now, Florida. It's beautiful. Florida is beautiful, but if you're in Orlando or the Orlando area going down I-4 down past International Drive, it's an absolute nightmare. It's probably quieter now because there's probably not as many people about than there was last time we were there. But it's an absolute nightmare, that road. That's why you've got automatics. So you can just stop, start. Yeah. If we go back to Florida, we've done all the theme parks. And to be honest, we'll still go back and do some theme parks. But we'd be more likely to just get in the car and drive and see some of the proper Florida, not Mickey Mouseville and all the corporate bits that they put up. And to be honest,
The dolphins was cool last time.
oh yeah, get out, we went over to St. Petersburg, Clearwater that way, and we went out on, I've forgotten what the boat was called. It's something like Tropical Screamer or something, and we went out onto the Bay of Mexico, and it was just like a 20-minute, half-hour cruise. But to be going at high speed along the sea to have a pod of dolphins behind us jumping in the wake of the boat was absolutely fantastic to see that. Wild dolphins just enjoying themselves, jumping at over the wake of the boat. Got some fantastic pictures. That was absolutely awesome. One of those things that you can't see in a theme park because it's natural, it's nature, they want to do it. They're not being forced to do it. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Right, so yeah, Facebook user, I hope I did this right. Well, so do I. Good evening to you. Tina can hear the squeaky chair. So yeah, holidays. We've missed it really. We've been going away for the occasional couple of nights or something here in the UK and not going too far, which has been great. It's great to get away. It's great to see somewhere different. But missing international travel. I think we need to get that sorted at some point. Right. Should we move on to another question? Yes, fine. Squeaky chair. Oh, right. This is a double-edged question here. You got the right one. You got the right one. Yeah. Terry has asked the question, what is your favourite biscuit? Do you have any summer travel plans? Oh, God, I can't even speak because it's late here in the UK. Do you have summer travel plans? How many more books do you foresee in both the Skin Trade and the Death Dealers series? Right, we've just been talking about, well, we've just answered the question, where would you like to go if you get away? Have we got any plans? Well, yeah, we're off to Wales for a week with all the family. We're staying in a caravan. That will be fantastic because it's a great park we've been to before. There's beaches, there's loads to do in the park, there's some gorgeous scenery in the north of Wales. If you ever saw the TV series from the 60s, The Prisoner, with Patrick McGoohan, that was filmed in a place called Port Miriam, which is about 3-4 miles up the road from where the campsite we're staying at. So it is an absolutely gorgeous area. So we're going to be doing that beginning of June. End of June, we are going to London for a writers' conference. So that's just going to be a couple of days midweek. That will be fun. Oh, hello. Screaming children. And that's with the door shut. So that's what we're planning on doing so far. There'll be some other bits and pieces getting away. Oh, so a week, not this weekend, weekend after, we're actually going to a Comic-Con in Wales. Going to go and see what merchandise we can pick up, go and see who we can see who we can meet. So we'll be posting about that. So that's basically what we've got summed up. And
Ollie wanted to be on the stream.
Ollie wanted to be on the stream, yeah. And Mrs. Saber, has actually gone and booked herself on a marathon at the end of the year in Berlin. So we're going back to Berlin towards the end of the year, which will be awesome because whilst Berlin isn't our favourite German city, it is nice. And we've had some good times there. So we'll be going back and doing that. Right, so let's get back to the rest of the question. That's the travel plans. We could talk about travel all day. We should actually write a book, a picture book of our travel pictures. I think that would be awesome. We'll have to do that at some point. I keep saying we will. I'm finding time to do anything these days. So, favourite biscuits. It's definitely something that's changed over the years. When we first started going to the States in the early part of the 2000s, we used to get biscuits called Oreos, and they were gorgeous in America. And you used to bring lots of them home, and I know people have sent us Oreos from America. But then the company was bought out by some international brand, and they're now in the UK as well, an everyday biscuit. But they just don't taste as good. I think it's because it's missing that holiday bit. But yeah, Oreos are probably my favourite biscuits, and the good news is they are vegan as well, so that's awesome. Tina says somebody sounds upset. Yeah, plenty of those 2-year-olds. Maria says, yeah, a travel book would be awesome, but I'm sure it's been mentioned. I'm sure we've mentioned it to you several times. But as I say, the problem is finding time to do anything, because everything just seems to pile up, and if we're not doing work, then somebody's wanting our attention. So yeah, we'll put it on the list of stuff to do. It might be at the back of the list, but we'll put it on there. So as for skin trade and death dealers, I don't actually have a clue, because we're back to what we said earlier on. These things just seem to write themselves. So I'm just going to let them take me where they need to be. As an example, Society Series never had a number. I just let it play out as long as it needed. So I'll do the same with these. To be honest, if you've read them, you know there's lots of story in these books anyway, so they're going to run and run. Especially when Netflix or Amazon Prime come along and buy it off me, and then they'll run forever. So we're going to have to sort that. We might even get IMDb TV or YouTube to do. I'm on YouTube but can't hear anything Mason is saying. That could be a good thing. Well, some people can hear it on YouTube. So we'll just have a look, see. Tina says, I love you to do a travel book. You take some beautiful pictures. Thank you very much. Rachel says, if you've got problems on YouTube, go to the Facebook. That's probably a good idea, or have them both open, just see what happens. So just make sure that the mic's not muted. No, so we know it's.
Everyone else here.
Yeah, everyone else seems to be able to hear us, so it might be another case of turning your sound up or might have muted it on YouTube. That's the easiest to mute the stream. Anyway, so yeah, that's Deaf Dealers and Skin Trade. They're going to go on and on and on. And if we can get them, that would like a travel book. I'm being rushed on to the next question now. This is from Angela. Excuse me, I just need to get a quick drink. She sits for 30 seconds. Right, Angela's asked a question. I still want to know more about Farley. I've absolutely no idea who Farley is. It's one of those things. I saw this question when Farley. Who the hell's Farley? Where's that from? It's one of those funny things. People think I can remember every character, and I don't. To be honest, I just don't. Years ago, when I first watched Over You, someone emailed me and asked if I'd ever be writing Sarah's story. I had to think, who the heck was Sarah? So, Farley. I had to go and look this up, you know. I actually had to go and look this up. Farley, by the way, is a character in a little story I wrote over on my Patreon a couple of weeks back. Not sure there's any more about him, to be honest, but there you go. So yeah, I don't know everything about. I need to get an anthology together of everything. Do you know writing Alpha has taken me ages to go through all the other books just to make sure everything's in line and all the stars are right, and we're not writing about a character who died 17 books ago or stuff like that. So it's. What's that Angela's put?
Just quoting your thing.
She's-
Put your glasses on.
I've got my glasses on. Angela, we're talking about something people can't see. So Angela's quoting it now. Stitch now than eyes didn't open. There you go. So, will there be more about Farley? God knows. We'll see what happens. Put it on the list. Move on. I say not all the questions are about writing. Hold on a second. That video stopped, hasn't it? Can we start it again? Oh yeah, we just press the button. There we go. Start it again. So I say we're making this up as we go along. Right, Maria, what's your favourite recipe to cook, and what's your least favourite? Tries to think. Anything with pasta. I absolutely adore pasta. I think at the moment my favourite is a mushroom pasta dish that we're having at least once a week. It's a mushroom stroganoff. In fact, we had it about 20 minutes before we did this tonight. It was absolutely gorgeous. Serve it with rice. Beautiful.
Question for you to answer, yeah.
Facebook user, what are you thinking is your next book? That'll be the next one. But should we call that unknown project? Yeah, don't know yet. You really need to sort that chair out. Yeah, well, let's get some WD-40 on it. But it just shows that I'm live and I'm actually part of this. And, well, you know what I mean. Right, so, yeah, pasta, anything with pasta basically is favourite. My least favourite to make. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's... See, you've got to take the meaning of the question. Does it mean least favourite to eat or least favourite to make? Because you know, something might be absolutely gorgeous, but you don't like making it because it takes forever. Good question. To be honest, what I find fiddly, and I don't like doing this very often, is homemade burgers. They always seem to fall apart and they're so fiddly. So generally, if we're having burgers, we'll just go and get buying from the supermarket. And that's probably why we don't have burgers that often. Oh dear. One of the problems of talking.
I'm just getting over a cold.
I'm just getting over a cold. Back of the throat's tickly. Bless you, Tina. Least favourite to make? Yeah, I think we're going with burgers. So, next question. Have you missed out not being able to travel out of the UK over the past 2 years? You could go on holiday, where would you go? Well, we've basically covered this already. Just want to get back to the States, probably go to Florida or see something new and exciting. Actually, wouldn't mind going back to Vegas now. Really enjoyed the time at Niagara Falls, even though that was Canada. We didn't go into the American bit, we just stayed in the Canadian bit. It's probably, you know what I probably would like? And I know it's on the list, but we'll get around to doing it at some point, is go over to the other side of Canada, to the west coast. Let's try to work out which it was. And over to the Vancouvers and around that area and go and see what it's like there. So that's what we'd like to do. Is there a chef you would like to meet? Well, it's Gordon, isn't it? There's only one chef in the world, and it's Gordon. I would love to meet Mr. Ramsay and talk shit with him and make him cook something vegan because he doesn't like it. Yeah, he's a sound bloke who I would love to meet and just shoot the breeze with. Roughly, I just think we'd get on. Great. If you can arrange it, please do. From Facebook user, your books are great. What do you see in the future of writing?
It's Patricia.
It's Patricia, is it?
Yeah.
All right. Hello, Patricia. What do you see in the future of writing? Words. More of them, lots of them, all put together in different books. Skin trade. I think that's going to be the main future focus.
And just secret books that we need to send the cover out for
Not
Patreons.
Shh. It's a secret book. We don't mention the secret book. We had this discussion earlier. Are we going to mention the secret book? No, don't mention the secret book. Now you're mentioning the secret book. So they're all going to be saying, what's the secret book? I'll give you the answer. It's a secret. But there'll be a book and it could be a secret. So keep your eyes out.
It'll be written in invisible ink.
Written in invisible ink. Yeah, right. So keep your eyes out and your ears open, and you might hear some more about that in the near future. Okay. What I really need to sit down is write a synopsis of these series, like a 3-4 page synopsis, so I can send it off to producers and get Netflix or Amazon to actually take it. Say, oh, Mr. Mason, we write your writing. Here's millions of dollars, but we're going to change it. And I'll say, just give me the
It's
money.
like freaking John Major from that Muppets program. What was it?
They won't know about Spitting Image.
Spitting Image. That's who's John Major from Spitting Image.
They won't know who John Major is, and they won't know what Spitting Image was. Unless you're English, of
They
course.
can go YouTube it.
Nah, don't bother. You don't send them off and do something else.
It's later.
When it says all sounds interesting, yeah, but it's secret. Don't mention the secret book. I didn't. I think I got away with it. Don't think anybody noticed.
Yeah, but you've got postcards downstairs to send to them all, so it's not a secret for long.
But it's secret now. They don't need to know they're getting postcards with it on. Soon, when I get around to taking them to the post office and post. Do you know how everything's gone up now? It's just ridiculous. Went into the shop. Hold on, I'm going into this now, right? Went into a shop the other day to get my multi-packet of crisps, which is not crisps like a packet of Lay's. You know what I mean, Americans? What do they call them? We call them crisps.
Potato chips.
Potato chips. No, no. To get a multi-pack of potato chips, right? Okay. It used to be 99p for 6, and this is what's going wrong with the world at the moment. It is now 99p for 5. They've kept the price the same and taken a pack out. Disgusting. And don't get me started on the cost of fuel. Anyway.
$13 a gallon.
Is it? Have you worked it out? $13 a gallon. $13 a gallon. Let that sink in. Ridiculous. We'll be walking everywhere soon, which isn't too bad for some people because you can probably do with walking, if you know what I mean. Tina says, I still say Society Series will make a great role-playing video game. Ooh, look at you. Big terminology. Well, if you can get Bethesda or who are the others? Sony, EA, or whoever owns them these days, interested, then do it. It's just the things with all these, it's just not falling in the right person's lap yet. But one day it could do. Yeah, it could do. Right. We've got another question. Have you kept up with your running? You haven't mentioned it lately. Yes, I have been running. And no, I haven't mentioned it because I just want to get my head down and get it done. Use it as a great excuse to actually refocus the mind, clear out the cobwebs, just either think about the books or what, spend it as time just thinking time about something that's happening in life, or maybe it's about the writing. Yeah, I'm not bleating on about it, but yeah, it's still happening. Mrs. Saber's still going strong. So yeah, we will be telling you more about it as the weeks and months progress. But it's still happening. But the writing's important, so that's what we'll talk about. because we could end up with the Sarah Cannon thing here where I'm talking rubbish. Right, moving on. Tina says prices are getting horrible. Fully recovered from the accident. Broken arm, which was over a year ago. I would say about 97% you've recovered it. Yeah. Still a little bit of a...
What did Teresa do to get the sound on?
Teresa, what did you do to get the sound working? Because Julie can't hear anything at the moment. But obviously everybody else can, so I don't know, because you can all hear the squeaky chair.
Squeaky chair.
Squeaky chair.
There's some setting muted or something.
Something's muted somewhere if you can't get that. But Tim will play the game for sure. So, okay. Right. Let's move on because we are running out of time now. So yeah, you'll hear more about the running as we go on through the years, but it's not a primary focus. Okay. Maria asks, what emotions are you experiencing while you're writing Alpha? Just curious, is it affecting you as much as those who are reading it early? Well, writing, as Stephen King's one said, is delayed telepathy. So I'm just putting it out there. So if I'm feeling the emotion, you should be picking up the emotion as well. I think the best way to that is, have you not read my statuses? Go read my statuses on Facebook and what have you. I'll bring you up to date on that. So,
That's something.
bear with me. We're just scrolling through. We've got, obviously I compile these questions and then I've actually got an answer to a question I've not got listed. So, right. Okay. So the question was, suffer the emotions. Well, without spoilers, for those of you who don't know, I asked for readers to read Alpha whilst I was writing it. What are you laughing at now?
You called Smarty Pants.
As for readers to read Alpha while I was writing it, then I can get feedback to see if it's not flowing. Also to give me feedback to know if I'm screwing it up. This week, hit a milestone of 70,000 words. Sorry, come with this there. No, don't regret killing a character. It's got to be done. It's part of the story. Don't regret it. It happens. Move on. Next.
What are they going to do when Gemma dies?
Oi! Somebody will have heard that. Zip it. Right, I'm going back to what I'm talking about. Not you taking me off tangent again. So yeah, hit a milestone of 70,000 words. I love to count. And I've killed off my first main character. Dum-dum, dum-dum. I know I've said this before, but there'll be 5.5 deaths of characters that you all know and love. I've just killed off 2 of them this week. It's like Emmerdale. Yeah, killed off 2 of them this week. And I don't know how I felt. It was weird, emotionally devastating, but also right and had to happen for the story. I think that's the best way to put it. Wendy's gone, no. Wendy's gone, no, because I said I've written 70,000 words. She's impressed. So yeah, I guess I get up as upset as you guys do. But at the end of the day, I know it's needed, so I do it. So no regrets, but yeah, it does get upsetting in some instances.
Between your creaky chair and your creaky bottles, I'm not going to be able to do anything.
Drinking water. Oh. I have absolutely no idea what those emojis mean.
Crying.
It's like going back to ancient Egypt where they had hieroglyphics. We're going back in time.
That's like your handwriting.
Ha ha ha. I thought Wendy was saying if she could own a car. Wendy's asked, if you could own a car, what would you choose? I've had to think about this long and hard. What car would I choose? It would be a Harley Davidson motorcycle because I like them. So it wouldn't be a car, it'd be a motorbike. But the thing about cars is there's a lot of nice looking cars, but at the end of the day, it's a functional piece of equipment to get you from A to B without stopping at C. Normally, but you've got to stop at C quite often now because that's the gas station or fuel station because it's so expensive. Somebody said they put £10 in at pump 4 and they got them as far as pump 3. That's So yeah, I probably would be a motorbike. I say there's lots of cars I like, but I wouldn't.
They're still said about killing characters.
Oh dear, what shoe? Sorry, yeah. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm not going to say it's a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or anything like that. It's just something functional, to be honest. There's lots of nice cars, but there's nothing jumping out. I would like a rare BMW, one with indicators at work. Do you keep in touch with any of your school friends? Now, this is the Facebook phenomenon. When somebody you used to go to school with sends you a friend request, you weren't a bloody friend with them at school, so you're not going to be a friend with them on Facebook, are you? You know what I mean? And you look at them and think, who's that old person that's messaging me? Do I look as old as that? That's the thing. But do you keep in touch with any school friends? The short answer is yeah. I have one friend I went to school with who I have coffee with occasionally. He lives not too far away. It's a funny story how we became friends. He and I didn't like each other at school. He was always saying he'd meet me outside school and pick me up. Thank you for the water. So when I got these threats of meet me outside school and pick me up, I just say, okay then, go on then. And then they never showed, the bastards. Oh, sorry, swearing. Get us off YouTube. I apologise for that. Can't swear on YouTube. The police would get you. So that's what used to happen. Then one day in a physics class, we weren't fighting. We were arguing, but we ended up in detention together. Had to write an essay on what lessons had been. The lesson had been about, and as I had been listening because I was multitasking, I was able to do mine, and he wasn't, so I helped him, and from that we just became friends, and that started back when we was 11, so that was like 10 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm just dying sore throat. Well, it's not a sore throat. It's not a sore throat, it's a tickly throat. Yeah, last week I wouldn't have been able to do this at all. So Wendy's asked another question. Do you like gardening? Yeah, I do like gardening. I actually like growing our own foods. We have a cherry tree in the back garden that we planted. Well, we've been here 20 years, and it was like in the first year we moved in, wasn't it? So yeah, it's a 20-year-old cherry tree. Every year the blossom comes out. It looks absolutely great, and it gives us loads of cherries. The thing is, we just have to pick them before the insects get to them, or before the weather turns and it goes horrible and they'll go off, because you get this, like at the moment we'll get sunshine now for a week or so, which will bring on your fruit and veggies, and all of a sudden the weather turns and it all gets frozen again, it all gets ruined. So we have to try and get our cherries off the cherry tree very quickly. But when we do, they are scrumptious, as are the strawberries. That cough sounds horrid.
Should have been it a week ago.
Yeah.
Trying to cough up a lump.
It's not as horrid now as it was last week. But yeah, we're all looking after ourselves. Plenty of fluids, plenty of liquids. So yeah. So yeah, the cherry tree is great. The strawberry plants give out some really gorgeous strawberries. We had gooseberries last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's loads of stuff like growing. A couple of years ago, I actually got a little greenhouse. It was one of those little plastic ones. And everything was growing great. And then the winds came along and blew it out. And blew it away into somebody else's garden. Everything got ruined. That's the problem we have here. The weather just turns on the sixpence. But when we can, we do try and grow our own stuff. There is an apple tree in our front garden, but there is arguments amongst the family to get rid of this apple tree or not. I don't want to, because I like the look of it, and it gives us lots of apples every year. But we need to utilise the front garden better. We need to take it and make it into more of a parking area, because we've got that many vehicles. We need to get them off the road. So
just stop annoying the neighbours.
So the tree might stay, the tree might go. I don't know. I want to keep it, but it might be impractical to keep it. So we'll see what happens with that. Tina says allergy season is coming. Luckily, I don't suffer from allergies, so that's not too bad. But some in the family do. We used to have to fight the birds to get our fruit. Yep, there's that as well. Thing is about the birds in our area, also lots of sparrows and magpies and stuff. There aren't many birds that actually feed from the fruit, because it's full of seagulls, which are just flying rats, and they would rather go and attack your bins than actually attack the fruit. But they also keep away the other birds. We don't have too many problems with the birds, but it's the insects. It's the creepy crawlies getting to stuff. Will you be sad when you finish writing Alpha, or will you be happy to be moving on to something else? I'm reading that. Right, 1 second, I've just got a real bad tickle on the throat. Right, we're back. Sorry about that. I just had a massive coughing fit and I didn't think you wanted to hear it, so we muted the microphone. So, squeaky chair, from the squeaky chair in the mini studio, will you be sad when you finish writing Alpha, or will you be happy to sit in the back of it? Both. I'm really enjoying writing it. These last couple of weeks, it's felt really good, and I've really got into the flow. I have had an addicted feeling for it. So I'm actually nervous about writing it. Like maybe I'll mess it up or something. There's a lot of stories to close up in this book. As I said earlier on, I've had to go through all the other books in the series to make sure everything is in the right place. People are in the book who aren't already dead, that type of thing. Make sure the continuity is right across the whole series. So it's been hard work, but I'm really enjoying writing at the moment. But I have some new things in the works, And as I say, there's always skin trade and deaf dealers. So not really an answer, sorry. But yeah, I'll be sad that it's gone, but it's got a lot of work that's gone into it, and there's all the stuff there. So you never know. So as my throat is now dying, we're going to move into the last question. Last question. What do your grandchildren think of your occupation? Do they know that you write books? Ava, the eldest granddaughter, I remember when she was in my office once with me.
Funny story.
It's a funny story. Let me tell you. I don't need to go, oh, here's a funny story.
Yes, you do.
No. Here's a funny story. Funny story coming up.
Shut up.
So I'm in the office with Ava when she was younger, okay? And she said to she looked at my books and she said, oh, what are they? Why do you have so many? And I said, they're my books. And I actually wrote them. Look, it's got my name across the front cover. To which Shira said, oh, it says Grandad, does it? So she's older now. So she's the only one who's actually starting to really understand what I do. The others just know I sit at my desk and work a lot. So they'll all come around to it in the end, as the kids
She
have.
thinks they're published by Grandad.
But yeah, they think they're published by me. So yeah. So that's it.
You were supposed to draw the raffle, but you have to do it later, another time, because I've not had time to put it together.
Right, Mrs. Saver's not had time to put the raffle together, so that draw's not going to happen tonight. We'll probably drop on and do a live on Facebook with that at some point. And to be honest, I don't think my throat will continue to be able to do it any more than that. So we're going to finish it there. I thank you, as always, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for buying the books. Thank you for buying the merchandise. Thanking you for your feedback, your honesty. Thank you for liking the books. Thank you for saying when you don't like the books. I really do appreciate you being there. You guys make it all possible, and I don't think you'll ever understand how much I do appreciate what you mean to me. So thank you very much indeed. I'm going to go before my throat runs out. So good night, bless, have a safe journey home. See you all again soon. Ta-ra.